I'm getting ready for the rock show at Georgia.
That was nice over the weekend. Live music was back on Frenchman Street over the weekend. It was the first weekend that music venues could reopen under the city's modified Phase 3 reopening, but not all locations have welcomed back their music lovers yet. One of those is hoping to be welcoming back guests very soon. That's Tipitina's. Joining us now via Zoom is Tips General Manager Brian Greenberg. Most people who go to Tips know Brian as Tank. Tank, you guys did not open this past weekend.
No, we did not. I was wondering if there would be any venues that would have indoor music. I didn't hear of any major shows happening indoors. I think a lot of people are kind of reading into this the same way that we are, which is it's going to be awfully difficult to make money, and how few places might actually be able to socially distance 75 people and make it worth their while.
What do you think you guys could do at Tips? Tips is a big place. You've got upstairs and downstairs.
Mm-hmm. We have plans to do it, actually. We have a floor plan built out where we would have tables scattered downstairs and maybe some around the balcony, some stools around the balcony as well. And we're confident that we can pull this off and do it socially distanced. And fingers crossed, we are planning on trying to put on at least one show this weekend.
And what would it take? I mean, because if you have so few people, because normally on a great night at Tips, there's 1,000 people in there. I mean, it's big.
800 is our normal capacity. So being stuck to 75, less than 10% of what we would normally do for a packed show is going to be really hard. So a lot of the things we're looking into is, we might have to do 2 shows a night, just an earlier show and then an evening show, something like that, just to make it worth our while. And for the musicians as well, they're not going to be able to sell as many tickets as they normally would when they come to Tipitina's. So unfortunately, sometimes the ticket price might be a few dollars higher than you would normally see for certain artists. And again, it's seated shows, no dancing, no congregating. There's a lot of restrictions. Yeah. So when live music does come back, it's not going to look exactly how we all remember.
And to make ends meet, couldn't you do like the upstairs with just all VIP and maybe charge more and build some extra profit in there somehow?
Well, that's the idea, is we would have, maybe a couple different prices of tickets, tiered tickets for the front row sitting at the tables downstairs, or if you are upstairs, it would be a higher price ticket as well. Those are just some of the ideas that we're looking into.
And it is tough because there are still a lot of hoops you got to jump through to make sure you've ticked off all the regulations that are part of the Phase 3 reopening, because it's not as easy as it sounds.
No, there's a lot of restrictions that are in place for music clubs that seem to not have any. There's no other industries basically being given some of these restrictions. There's certain HVAC restrictions. You need a certain number of air changes per hour. I don't know of any kind of restrictions that they placed on restaurants, churches, or any other businesses where people would be congregating, where you have to worry about the calculations of airflow. I don't know any business that has to do that, but it's something that they want to do for music venues.
Quickly, Tank, when do you think you'll know for sure if we're going to see a show at Tips this weekend?
I think hopefully by the end of the day. So I would suggest people keep an eye on our social media. Maybe go to wwltv.com and click on links, and maybe we can have some stuff up there as well. We want to make an announcement very soon, as long as we can be sure that we can do it.
All right. Tank, Brian Greenberg, Tank, thank you very much. And we're wishing you guys the best, because we love Tips.
Thanks, Eric.
All right.